It's the moment I've been waiting all year for. It's time to decorate for fall. I'm actually not like a huge, fall is my favorite season kind of gal. I live in Florida. There's really not much of a difference between summer and fall, unless we decorate. And I actually recently did a fall haul where I shared with you all the fun things. These are newer things that I got for fall. And then I went in my garage, went through some totes, grabbed some of those things as well. So it's gonna be a fun fall-filled day. I'm most excited about this little doohickey. I should have worn my matching outfit. Also going to put together some fall food. I'm really excited. We've got like Savory S'mores boards and a fall dinner idea, some fall desserts, just all around good food. Oh my gosh, the fall bucket list. I forgot I got this poster board yesterday. Really pumped about that. I think first I'm going to throw this on our fireplace mantle, which I absolutely adore. But also I don't have any like sweet candles and pumpkins and gourds and the floral, so you know, I'm gonna do my best. It's not gonna look like this though. I feel like having little touches of fall around the house is better than not having anything at all, right? So even though my mantle isn't going to look like the picture, it's not gonna look like Pinterest, it's honestly not gonna look like anything I've conjured up in my head, but it's better than nothing, and not everything has to be perfect or anywhere close, and I have the rest of my life to gather little things. Eventually, my fireplace mantle will look like a dream. Maybe if I put the effort in. That's good enough. Let's move on. Maybe if I take this away, and I'm gonna throw some poison apple in my diffuser. It's a nice fall appley scent. Kind of gives leaves vibes. The bright pink just goes with the aesthetic, don't you think? I actually love it. The real tragedy here is my front stoop. Can we have a moment of silence for my plants? This one, honest to goodness, I'm not sure I've ever watered that, and it is still alive. That's why they call it the mother-in-law plant. I have been itching to spruce this place up. I mean, look at this garbage everywhere. I did get some pumpkins from Costco, which I thought was like a perfect little touch, but it actually makes me sad coming home and looking at this, so we're gonna freshen it up. And then I have like my plant graveyard over here. With a yoga, like why is there a yoga mat there? Don't ask me. Sad to report, this is all the fall decor I had in my garage. This is it. It's all we got to work with, baby. I feel like at one point, is that algae? I had plants and baskets. Oh wait, let me look. Let me look one more place. And this is why you never give up on the good times. Living it up is a state of. Found some fake foliage. Deep down in my garage, this is probably full of spiders and who knows what else. The other baskets that I bought got moldy and ruined, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. All right, this is gonna be fun. So you know, I like to try to keep my fall decor somewhat minimal, and I mean compared to other things that I've seen, especially compared to Pinterest or Reels, TikToks, whatever the heck you watch. So in the grand scheme of things, perception is everything. But for us, like I do somewhat minimal when it comes to decorating. The kids love the little touches of pumpkins or cozy things around the house. And honestly, that's what makes it worth it. It doesn't have to look like a Hallmark movie to feel like a Hallmark movie or to feel like fall. And truthfully, I don't have the time, budget, or interior design skills to go all out with the fall decor. And I'm okay with that. I just do what I can. And somehow in the end, it all looks and feels cozy enough for us to enjoy. And the front stoop is one of my favorite things to decorate. It's like the first thing people see when they, you know, enter your house, before they enter your house, really. So just a few pumpkins. I don't even do a wreath, and it instantly feels festive, especially since we host Thanksgiving. This is one of my favorite places to like, you know, oh, welcome. You know what I mean? It just feels nice and cozy. It's like getting a hug before you even enter the house and actually get one. So in my mind, my house looks like a Hallmark movie in the fall, but in reality, it's a little more like mom with 5 kids, pumpkins shoved on the counter, and laundry in the background, you know? I feel like I did a decent job. Love these pumpkins that I got from Costco. A couple years ago, I got a ton of fall decor, but like a ton of pumpkins, not a lot of stuff. Okay, I hosted a fall festival, can I speak, for our 1-year-old who is now turning 3 this year, which is crazy. And I haven't ordered anything for his birthday. What day is it? Our love fern, you let it die. Love that movie. Name that movie. I feel like inevitably I will always have a dead plant somewhere in my house. But this is what it came from. I took this and give you a masterpiece. It's somewhat looking like that. Not quite Instagram worthy or Pinterest worthy, but honestly, when I walk up to this, I'm like, yeah, I feel the vibes. It feels so much better. Somehow seems cleaner than what the heck I had before. All those dying plants were definitely not the vibe. So just little touches go a long way. Well, you guys can pretty much just call me Martha Stewart. This is literally straight out of a magazine, if you ask me. Oh my gosh. The thought, the preparation, the execution, everything about it. Let's go inside. I'm sweating. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there. Man, it should be illegal to decorate for fall. Well, it's 9,000 degrees outside and the humidity is 5,000%. Pretty sure I'm allergic to like my own sweat. I don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't care so much. Okay, I put this plant in here. Not sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I like to add just little touches of fall everywhere, mostly because that's all I can mentally handle. And you know, it might not look like a Hallmark movie, but it's the start of something good. Oh man, I actually heard that Bath & Body Works has this scent back in stock again. It's been years. This is my favorite. It is White Pumpkin Oak Wood. Remind me to pick some up. I've had this for years. It's not even burned. But it's almost done and it makes me sad. You'll be happy to know that I only recently got rid of the Easter decor in here. So that's the level where I'm at. Anything you do is better than nothing. Just changing out the soap, even just doing something as simple as this, minimal effort, maximum results. And then I have my candle cabinet that I've decluttered over the years. But this one has stuck around, the pumpkin pie. I do have like dinner roll and Thanksgiving dinner. I like to throw that in here during the holidays just to switch it up. But hello. Take this out, pop this in, and where the heck am I? It's like I'm in a whole new space. Wow. You know what? I actually love it. I actually love it. Well done. Cheers to you. I'm not sure if I could properly express to you how happy this makes me feel. Just these colors alone. This little corner of my life is feeling good and I just want to exist here for just a moment. Don't mind that dying plant in the back. You know what? I'm just gonna take this plant out of its misery, bring it outside for a little sunshine. I mean, check that out. That plant is already dead. Actual perfection does exist. Yeah, strike what I said. This actually does feel like a Hallmark movie. Just take a look at this before. Ugh, gross. Get the heck out of here. Absolutely disgusting. This is actually how we live, so I'm just going to switch a couple things up. There's potions everywhere. There's glitter everywhere. That's just how we live our life. I think I do have, there's so much glitter. Ironically, I just picked up glitter on the floor after the party this morning. It was all over the cabinets, all over the floor, and it will probably look like that again tomorrow, but for now, freshen it up a little bit. Okay, I found this in the garage from last year, and I don't have much fall decor, but I did get these from the thrift store last year, a whole bag of salt and pepper shakers. Am I that woman? Nice to meet you. I feel like it doesn't take much to just transform a space. You know, a couple of the new soap dispensers, seasonably appropriate. I'm gonna put these Christmas ones, yeah, back down here. Wait, is this all I have for here? Just a little light and a candle? I do believe that's all I need. Well, it's better, this and this. I actually think the tray looks horrible. Mostly because it's all stained and stuff, so I'm gonna do that. Is that better? I think so. Clean it up a little bit. Oh wait, maybe some flossers. Is that cute? It's functional. Oh my God, who's that girl? The style, the elegance, the grace. Somebody get Hallmark on the phone stat. I do have a couple more soaps for my girls' bathroom in the back, but literally that's all I have for their bathroom, so I don't even know if they want them. Very strongly scented. This is antique pumpkin. Love a good antique pumpkin, so let's go decorate the kitchen. Pretty sure I'm about to blow your socks off. You know, I'm a simple gal. Easiest way to decorate a kitchen is to change out the kitchen towels. It's effective, it's affordable, and no skill involved at all. Just like that, it's fall, y'all. I should have got 2 packs of these because I put one of them in the bathroom. Had I known, and not everything has to be matching, but I really like these towels. I kind of like the mismatched look. It's giving apple orchard. It's giving she doesn't care too much. I guess I'll open these and check out my options. The only other decor piece I have in my kitchen is this. And I'm pretty sure I already put it on a fall picture. It is a beautiful boards book and the little stand that I have, but it's beautiful boards and you can flip through a girl for all the seasons. There's football, which like, you know what? I feel like, ooh, this is game day, but this is also game day. All right, but for today, I'll leave it on the nice fall board. For some inspo, maybe one day I'll do something different in this corner, but for now, it's simple, it works, it's easy to change, and that's what my life is all about. Oh my goodness. Turkey salt and pepper shakers. Do you guys have salt and pepper shakers that you change out? We've got Mickey and Minnie. Some owls. A squirrel and an acorn. This is so cute. All right, I gotta show you. Probably the best thing I've ever gotten from I got these last year, by the way. Didn't use them. Here they are. Oh my goodness. Okay, so which ones should I fill up? I think we know the answer to that, right? Squirrel and acorn, or the owls over here. Turkeys are obviously for Thanksgiving, and I don't think we're ready for the pumpkins yet. Are we? I don't know. I kind of like these squirrels. To be honest, I probably won't fill up any of them, and if I do, who's gonna use them? I do have a lot of recipes to put together, and I got some stuff for fall boards, treat boards, Savory S'mores. Have you heard of Savory S'mores? I'm gonna blow your mind. Before I do that, I'm going to make a fall bucket list. Super simple thing to throw together. I literally just grab a poster board and some seasonably appropriate colors for whatever season you're making the bucket list for, and it's just like a nice reminder to have on the wall. And honestly, whenever we have people come over, they comment about this the most. We have one for summer, we have one for fall, and then we have one for like winter activities. So it's just fun to like have a visual of activities to do with the family, and it keeps you accountable. Like, oh, we haven't done this yet. Let's go do that tonight or this weekend or whatever. So something that we really enjoy. We have yet to sit down as a family, which is what we usually do, and spout off ideas of things that we are interested in doing for that season. So normally it's a lot of the same things, but sometimes they come up with new ideas all the time. So I'll leave some space at the bottom, which I always do. So I'm just gonna go off of what I did last year, and I always just keep a notes app of it. It is just a really easy to keep track of it all. All right, here we go. I haven't tested out these markers. It might be pastel colored. We're about to find out. That was way too big. This is not the puke green color I was hoping for, but I actually hate the way that looks. Oh boy. Okay, so I typically tell you what I put on our fall bucket list, and it could be as simple as just like a piece of paper, or even just putting it in your notes app and pulling it up every time, you know, you're in a lull or you don't know what to do for the weekend. Pull it up. It's so simple, and it doesn't have to be anything extravagant on the list. I'll share with you some of my ideas. Take what you want, throw away the rest, or Pinterest it. There's a ton of ideas on Pinterest, and ask your kids because they can be really creative, all right? So I've got a make a s'mores board, ice cream board. We live in Florida, so like it's always time for ice cream. Host a football party, go to a fall festival, visit a corn maze, go on a hayride, go trick-or-treating, go on a nature walk, make hot chocolate, make pumpkin pie, eat pecan pie, watch a scary movie, carve pumpkins, put up fall decor, stargazing, zoo boo, visit a pumpkin patch, make a fall craft, donate to a food bank, paint pumpkins, haunted house, eat Halloween candy, watch Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, drink apple cider, have a pumpkin spice latte, thrift a cozy sweater, take fall pictures, learn to knit, make caramel apples, make pumpkin seeds, and Watch a fall movie. Did I put that on there twice? So twice. So nice. I listed it twice. What would you add to the list? What are some things that I should add to my list? I'd love to hear some ideas below. Quick, simple, easy ideas. I made this one time where I had like little leaves that I got from, I don't know, some kind of craft store, Michael's or whatever. I've had them for years, but I can't find them. I don't know where they are. I probably got rid of them. But it's like a nice little addition. I'm gonna have Eleanor put some, cause she's my artist, Avelina too, but I'm gonna have her like draw like a haunted house and pumpkins or whatever next to some of the things. And that'll jazz it up a little bit, left some space to add some things at the bottom, and I'm gonna hang it up. You know me, I'm just taking a couple of, oh, there's one up here. I went all around the house trying to look for a thumbtack. So unnecessary, but here we are. Gosh, I need a hammer. Ow, why is that so hard? Look, this is seriously a little ridiculous. That's gotta be a stud, right? Both of them, that's so dumb. And then I like to jazz it up by throwing a little bit of fall leaves on top. Ooh, ooh. I love how it adds just like an element of fall into the home without doing much of anything, really. But here it is, so fun and festive. So I have a lot of fall recipes to share with you. I'm gonna start with dinner because if all else fails and I don't get to any other recipes, which I inevitably will, but I will at least know that I have dinner ready to go for tonight. It is creamy sausage tortellini soup, perfect fall recipe if you live in a place that isn't 9,000 degrees. I have most of these ingredients on hand, and what I overlooked is that you need a sweet potato. This one looks like it's 17 years old, so I might have to substitute normal potatoes. It seems pretty simple. I'm sorry, where did this little beauty come from? Looks like I do have a sweet potato after all. Might not be enough, but it's good enough. Should have said no, should have gone home. To start the soup, it calls for some sausage. So I have a pound of sausage, and I love the flavors of this. It just adds so much. I did pull out some ground beef, but I found some of this in my fridge. So thankful for it. I'm gonna throw that in, ground it up. While that's cooking, I'm going to peel and dice up my sweet potatoes. This one feels so bad. I'll be amazed if it is in good condition when I cut into it. Okay, well, that's disgusting. Oh, the whole thing is disgusting. It's kind of what I was expecting. So I'm just going to take this one and dice it up into chunks. I just grabbed some baby potatoes from my outside fridge and I cut up probably an equal amount of that. So I probably have way too many potatoes happening because I am going to add some tortellini to this as well. I got these from Aldi. It's a pretty large package. It calls for 8 ounces, but I'm gonna use the whole bag. Oh, should I double this? Should I cook some ground beef and double the whole recipe? Hold on, let me think. No, I don't think that's necessary, right? We'll be fine. I'll cook half in the soup and then the other half for the picky kids. Perfect. It always gets figured out. By the way, this is the easiest way to cut a clove of garlic. Just chop it at the root and then the rest of it just kind of falls apart. And you know how I like to do garlic. I go above and beyond. If the recipe calls for 2 cloves, I'm going in with 43. But I typically always do a whole head. So into the cooked sausage, I'm going to add the half a cup of garlic and then the potatoes that I diced up. Looks delicious. I'm gonna give this a mix and then season it with some pepper, a little bit of salt in here, some Italian seasoning, and a little bit of paprika. It does also call for red pepper flakes. So I guess I'll throw a little bit of that in, but not too much. My kids are kind of wimps, some of them. I'm gonna give this a mix, wake all those seasonings up since they've been lying dormant in my cabinet. Honestly, I would eat this like alone, but of course we're gonna jazz it up. I'm gonna add a little bit tomato paste in there. Mix this in, and then the recipe says you can just add water because of all the flavor from the sausage, but I'm always a huge proponent of adding more flavor when you can, so I'm going to add in some chicken broth. So this is 4 cups of chicken broth. So I will go in with some water, a couple cups of this. I'm going a little heavy-handed because I do still have all that tortellini to cook. So I'm gonna let this simmer until the potatoes are cooked for about 20 minutes. So the potatoes are nice and tender. I'm going to now add in the tortellini. It's about half the package here. And that's gonna cook up pretty fast. And then a good handful of spinach. And then I have some thyme leaves I'm just gonna throw in here. Ooh, so fragrant. Perfect. Give this a mix. And then I'm gonna throw in like half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And this just looks like magic. Oh yes. Total fall dinner. Bon appetit. When I tell you this soup was gobbled up, we had a few people come over this night. One of them was my niece, and she loved it. Everyone loved it. Kids, adults, the flavor was great. And what's not to love? I will definitely be making this again. I really enjoyed the flavors of it, and honestly, the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the whole mixture of elements, and it was so simple. No skill involved at all. I ran into Aldi yesterday, and is Aldi the new Trader Joe's? Because let me show ya what I found. These cutesy little chocolate pumpkins and fall pie slices and chocolate apples. And these are like Belgian chocolates. Let me show you Trader Joe's. The chocolate fall harvest collections. I mean, it's so adorable. And they had a whole section of just like fall treats. So I grabbed some of these. They had pumpkin cookie sandwiches and then some like apple muffins. I think they had, these are the pumpkin ones. We already cracked into those, ate one. So I'm gonna put together a treat board and then also a Savory S'mores Board, which I've been dreaming about forever. So Aldi had some jams. I was looking for like a pepper jelly. I don't know, I couldn't find it, but they do have spiced cranberry spread, cherry rosemary, fig and honey, and apple and date balsam or something, balsamic. They did have a spicy one, but it was only one, and I was like, I feel like through the season, I'll get a lot of use out of these. So for the Savory S'mores, incredible. I don't know if my family ate what I bought. I got some meats, I got some cheese, I got some crackers, and I don't know if you've seen the trend going around where it's like a savory style s'mores. You have a little like fire pit, which they also sell at Aldi, but it was like $30. And I have one that I think will work for this, I don't know. But I got some Baby Bell cheese. I also got brie that I'll cut up into little wedges. But Trader Joe's also sells these like mini brie bites, and I just thought, well, that'll push me over the edge. The cute factor is 1,000. And you know, it's all about presentation. And then, okay, so when you put the savory s'more together, you get a crack. Well, first you like, you know, melt the cheese over the fire a little bit, just enough. And then cracker, meat, the melty cheese, and then on top of that, I think they put a pickle and some spread, and I was like, genius, genius! Like that should totally be a thing, right? Now I'm really upset that I didn't get the spicy jam. Oh well, life goes on. I've got this really cute little pumpkin board. It's cute in theory. I don't know, we're gonna see how I figured out how to put this stuff. So when I put this board together, in my head I was envisioning, oh yeah, we're gonna put this over the fire, but we were outside and there was no place to like plug it in because we were out front. And so we didn't get the full effect of having a Savory S'mores board. It was more just a charcuterie board, but that was still just as well. And the hot honey was a hit. I love the hot honey. The jam, I'm not even sure it got opened, okay? And that's what happens when you're just like, not paying attention. I should have opened it. I forgot to put, not that I forgot to put the pickles on the board, but there wasn't enough space, which honestly I think is just fine. I'm not sure I would have added any pickles to my crackers anyway. You know what? I feel like I would. If it was on the board, probably would have done it. But anyway, I unwrapped all these Baby Bells. I put a brie on there and then decided against it because there was enough brie wedges, you know? But the possibilities are endless, whatever cheese you like to do. And then of course, this could be as simple as just like making it in the kitchen with that. I have a s'mores tray with like a little fire thing in the middle. I got it off Amazon. I think every time I go to the thrift store, I see them now. They were really popular, last year, maybe the year before that, but inevitably everything ends up in the thrift store. So if you're looking for one, look no further and you'll probably find it for a pretty good deal. And honestly, they probably have more out there nowadays, but that's what it looked like. Nice and festive and easy. And it's always nice to have something savory, especially because I made a ton of treats today too. Okay.
Speaking of treats, I also threw together this treat board, and the star of the show are always these cookies that I get from Trader Joe's, these maple leaf cookies. And then of course, I had to crack open one of the like chocolate pumpkins. I'm pretty sure those were the first things to be gobbled up. But overall, the cookies, like the pumpkin whoopie pie looking like cookies, those are from Aldi as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but absolutely fantastic. Throw whatever the heck you want in the middle to keep it festive. You can do Reese's Pieces if you grab the 32-ounce container from Costco like I did. I made this before I grabbed this stuff from Costco, but here we are, and it's just as fun. Whatever the heck you have in your pantry that fits the color scheme, just throw it on a piece of wood, and it's going to be impressive.
Next recipe I've been dreaming about is an cinnamon sugar apple cake. Listen, all those things combined into one is probably top 10 in my life, things that I love. I don't think she peeled her apples, I could be wrong. But I do know that she sliced them using, I mean, you can thinly slice them, but I have like this type of slicer. And from my memory, she said that's what made it so delicious. So I'm just gonna, I don't even know if this fits. Pop an apple in. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. I need 2.5 cups of apples like this. I have all these ingredients already in my cupboard, which makes making this a no-brainer. And she said it was one of her favorite recipes. I think Jennifer Garner even made it last year or something like that. And well, you know, that makes it pretty worthy. Is this 2.5 cups, you think? I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah. This recipe calls for buttermilk. I just put normal milk in there, and then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vinegar to it to make my own buttermilk. Sometimes I use lemon juice, that could work too. So I'm just gonna toss that to the side. So this cake starts out with 1.5 cups of brown sugar, and I assume this is why it's so delicious, along with 1/3 cup of oil. So I'm just gonna mix these two things together. Oh my gosh, could you even see my bowl? I'm the worst. Looking good so far. I'm gonna add in 1 egg and a little splash of vanilla. Woo! Give this a mix. Well, I've waited as long as I can wait for this buttermilk to become buttermilk, but the sugar and egg mixture looks really good. Ooh, nice and chunky, the way we like it. I'm gonna mix the milk in. Okay, perfect. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then I'm gonna add in let me mix that baking soda in. I'm gonna add 2.5 cups of flour. And this is gonna make a portion for a 9x13 dish. Okay, how is there not any cinnamon in the cake mixture? I don't know, I feel like it could benefit from adding it, but I guess we're about to find out. It's got cinnamon in the title, is all I'm saying. All right, this cake mixture, the batter's looking good, and I'm going to add in the apples. And just for good measure, I will actually see if I have enough. A 1 cup, a 2 cups, and a 1/2 cup. Look at that, perfection. Is good enough. I'm gonna fold these apples in. I love a good apple bread, a good apple cake. Some people love pumpkins, some people love apples, and some people love it all. I feel like I'm in that category. All right, I'm gonna dump it into a baking dish. I greased it, and you know we gotta try this batter, because salmonella, I dare you. Although I will say the buttermilk is kind of freaking me out a little bit. Absolutely delicious. Would make just to eat the batter, but if I was just eating the batter alone, I would definitely add some cinnamon. I'm just saying. Oh, was I not filming? Okay, where did I leave you off at? I'm currently melting a hefty tablespoon of butter for the topping. I did decide, it calls for 1 tablespoon, but like, come on, is that gonna be enough? So I've got a 1.5 tablespoons-ish of butter. I'm gonna dump in 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, hefty tablespoon, and I have to tell you, listen, brand does matter. This is some of the best smelling cinnamon I've ever smelled. That is so good. And then 1/2 cup of sugar. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. I'm gonna mix all of this together. And this is the topping. For all of this is all I'm saying. Like, we need to double this, right? What's the harm in adding a little more sugar and a little more cinnamon? I think my favorite dessert as a child was always like crumb cake. Ooh, that was so good. Brings back family memories. All right, I'm gonna crumble this all over top. Now I never buy coffee cake. Wonder why. I should buy some. 325 degrees for about 40 minutes. Moving on to the next recipe. Really excited about this one. What am I making? Apple bread. Okay, so one of Alex's aunts would bring, I'm pretty sure, apple bread to every family. Like, it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas, some holiday. Easter, I don't know. People would rave about it. I'm not sure I ever got a slice. That's all I'm saying. It was like always gone before I got to it, you know, chasing after kids and stuff. You're definitely not the first one eating. So I'm fulfilling my dreams of making apple bread, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be amazing. Starting off by peeling like half of this apple off. I really only need 1 cup of apple, so I peeled it and I'm just going to dice it up. Although I do like the method we just used for the cake. Super thin pieces, you get the taste, but a little less of that gooey texture. So I think I'm gonna dice these really small, give the similar effect. So to start the batter, it says to like mix all the dry ingredients together, but have we met? Okay, I'm not gonna do it. So I have 2 eggs going in and then 2 cups of milk. I'm gonna use almond milk mostly because that's what I have. Just kidding, I don't have enough, but I do have half and half. And I feel like that's good enough, right? I'm gonna whisk this together, break up those eggs, along with 2/3 cup of oil. Delicious. Okay, this seems like a really simple recipe, and sometimes those are the best, okay? To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar. Is that right? Yeah, this is gonna be good. And 4 cups of flour. Is this making like 4 loaves? This seems excessive. Along with 2 tablespoons of baking powder. No cinnamon in this, ain't there? Oh no, there is. 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Thank you so much. You know, I have a brother-in-law who despises cinnamon. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I should leave it out. But like, I'm gonna add the cinnamon. So sorry, you don't like my apple bread. Seems simple enough. I'm just going to fold this in. This seems so easy, right? Like, I know you have a crusty apple in your fridge, and I know you have flour, sugar, baking powder, and oil. You're just 5 minutes away from making your own apple bread. All right, now the ratio to this doesn't seem right, but here we are. 1 cup of diced apples. I'm gonna fold these in. Looking pretty good. Batter taste test, salmonella, I dare you. Yeah, I like this batter more than the other batter. This is good. Yeah, this is really good. There are also some mix-ins that go along with this, or optional mix-ins. I'm gonna use the mini loaf pans just because I really enjoy them. Simple, easy, portion control.
I love making fall recipes that feel cozy but aren't complicated. And like, I'm not out here trying to win awards, okay? I'm just trying to feed my family and make something warm and delicious. So sometimes I feel like seasonal cooking and decorating is less about perfection and more just about creating memories. My kids won't really remember like if my pumpkin placement was on point. Well, what they will remember is the smell of pumpkin bread in the oven, the smell of all the apple stuff cooking, the smell of cinnamon. Like, they walk into the kitchen like, ooh, what are you cooking? They get excited. And it's just about the vibes, the fall vibes, because honestly, that is what your kids are going to remember. That's what you probably remember from your childhood growing up. I'm just trying to keep that magic alive. And I honestly can't even believe it's already fall. And before we know it, it's going to be winter and we'll be decorating for that. So I'm just trying to like soak in every bit of the season and make it as cozy as possible and make all the things, you know, as seasonably appropriate as possible.
My $15 launch Ravens.
I'm clearly jamming out to Russell Dickerson, as I should, and my previous video got demonetized because it was copywritten because I played too much of his music. So there's that.
For my next trick, I'm gonna throw together some harvest hash. This sounds so good. I love throwing stuff like this together because it's simple. This one has a little twist that the other things that I put together like this, so it's slightly different. It's got a lot more sugar, so we'll see how it comes out. It's gonna be the perfect treat to eat while you're watching your favorite fall movie or a Halloween movie or whatever the heck you're watching, binge watching, The Summer I Turned Pretty, whatever the heck. Okay, I'm going to throw in some Crispix. When's the last time you had these is all I'm saying. I don't think I've ever. I don't know, they smell really good. I also feel like any rice cereal would do. So I know there's another brand, it's like Chex. Whatever. Whoa, hold on, 1 bag And I got the family size bag. I feel like this needs to be adjusted. All right, well, how about we'll do like half of this bag. Geez Louise, how much harvest hash am I making? I need a bigger bowl. Also, bugles. This is also a fun fall favorite because they look like little cornucopias. They look like witch fingers, however you want to spin it. Plus, they're absolutely delicious. And really, I just look for recipes that include these so I have an excuse to eat them. They're so good. Okay, an entire, I need Big Bertha. I'll be right back. Just kidding, I decided against it mostly because it's in my garage and I would have to wash it. And I'm just gonna make this work and it's gonna be fine. Will it be though? Because I also need to add some peanuts. I'm gonna get the bowl. You know what? I can't find them. The bowl. And when I said them, I mean it. I was just having a different conversation. What can I do to organize my life? Like, where did I put it? Oh, I'm gonna check one more place. Oh my God, I'm going crazy. I vaguely remember my kids playing with it with chalk. So I don't know if it's down by the sand. And I was like, oh yeah, go ahead. This is what being a type D mom is like. Just, I'll allow it. And then when I actually need that item, I'm like, oh, what the heck? Whatever, 1 cup of salted roasted peanuts going in. That seems a little shy, and also I really like peanuts, so I'm just gonna add a lot more. I mean, let's do the peanut ratio, okay? If you're allergic, look away. Actually, I think this is an amazing combination. It's not excessive at all. All right, looking good, feeling good. I don't know how we're gonna mix it. We also have to add a lot more to it. So to the stovetop, I'm gonna combine some things. In my $15 long check, ravens in your long hair. How am I gonna mix it? What am I gonna use? Bertha! Is it in here? I think this is the biggest bowl I have. Oh, there it is. $15 long check. Is it in here? Nope. I bet you it's gonna be in the last place I look. All right, I give up. I give up. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't know. My contacts are blurry. Time to bust this out. Butter, brown sugar, corn syrup. Cool. Oh my gosh, on a candy thermometer? I don't have one of them. Alexa, stop it. All right, well, hold up. Oh, she used a roasting pan. And to that I say, okay, actually genius. So to a saucepan, I'm going to add 1 stick of butter, like some stuck in the wrapping, there it goes, and 2 cups of brown sugar. It's like we're making caramel corn, you know? Also 1 cup of Kiro syrup or corn syrup. Mix all of this together and bust out your candy thermometers, okay, until it comes to a soft ball. Yeah, something like that. Okay, we're looking for 230 to 245. See where it's at right now. I'm gonna guess 80. So far, nothing. There's no way this works. It's not even moving. Oh, it's broken. All right, well, it's 80 just in the house. Dang. 140. All right, we got a ways to go. 65. What are we supposed to get at? I forgot already. 240. All right, I accidentally like turned it off. Now it's bubbling. We're gonna see what this is at. I'm gonna guess 200. Oh, we're almost there at the softball stage. Softball stage twilight scene. 236. I think the battery's dying. Oh boy. Is it dead? Just my luck. Oh, there it goes. 235. All right, 240. We made it. Okay, I'm gonna bring it off the heat and I'm gonna mix in a little bit of vanilla extract. It's gonna have a nice chemical reaction there. That's why we add it last. That's not the right cap. Why am I worried about that right now? Because I don't want it to spill. And whatever can happen will happen. Just gonna dump this all over this mixture. What if this is too much mixture because I didn't put in all the cereal? And then mix it up.
I'm just gonna tell you this for free. This was the best thing I made today. Like the peanut, don't skimp on those peanuts. I'm telling you right now, it's easy to munch on. And I was like, sugar. I loved it. Honestly, the sweet and salty combo was everything that I wanted out of life in this day.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little overwhelmed looking at this recipe, and I feel like the universe tried to send me a sign because I couldn't find it. Some of my papers fell on the floor. I picked them up, but I lost this one, and I was like, where the heck is it? Couldn't find it anywhere, so I ended up printing another one up. and I'm looking through it. 4 steps to this. 4 steps. Cinnamon swirl, then the apple mixture, then the cake, then the glaze. Is it gonna be worth it? I don't know. Time will tell. I don't know where I was. Got interrupted. Nothing new. Apple fritter cake. We're gonna make this. I'm gonna take it 1 step at a time. So, first thing I'm gonna do, peel these apples. Do I wanna peel the apples? No, I don't. Do I even have a peeler? Okay, this is gonna be great, right? I'm gonna turn on some music while I cook this. It's gonna be good. Everything's apple-y today. I think that was on purpose. I did a lot of pumpkin recipes in in the past few videos. So it's time to change it up, make some apple stuff. 100 years later, I diced up the apples. So to this, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of sugar and then some cinnamon. Give this a mix and then set it aside. Can't help but smile, I want in the sun. Okay, I'm gonna make the cake. We need 1 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of butter softened. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have a paddle attachment for this, but I'm just gonna mix this together. To this, I'm going to add 1 cup of Greek yogurt and 1/2 cup of oil. And also 2 large eggs. Mix this together. Okay, adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla, mixing this in. Then I'm gonna add in 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a little bit of salt. I'm gonna fold this in. No white remains. I'm going to add in the apples. These smell so good. Oh my gosh, I wasn't supposed to add the butter in here, but I did it anyway. I think it's just gonna make it extra moist. There's also a cinnamon sugar mixture for this one. You're actually supposed to blend it together first, which is, I think is where I got confused with the butter. So you need 1/4 stick of softened butter. And when I said 1/4 stick, I meant 1/4 cup, so it's 1/2 stick. And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar to this. Give this a mix. And then to this, add 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, along with 1 teaspoon of flour. Mix this together, and this is like the cinnamon swirl. You're supposed to put this in the freezer. Whoops, it'll be fine. I'm gonna grease a 9x13 dish. Dump in the apple mixture.
What am I making here? Oh, some kind of apple cake, bread, whatever the heck. Everything was really good. I don't know if I mentioned that. I would make every single thing again. I'm not sure if I had a favorite. They were all same word, different font kind of style. So pick your poison. I'm poison either way.
I can't even express to you how excited I was about this. And I just totally forgot that it existed. I'm really disappointed in myself. Save it for next time. I have about 4 seconds to whip this glaze together. So I'm gonna grab 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, add a splash of vanilla, and a couple tablespoons of milk, 1, 2. Whisk it together. It still might be a little bit too thick, so I'm gonna add just a touch more milk, smallest amount, and this is perfect.
I love a good icing. I love a good drizzle. It just jazzes up anything. I don't know if this is like the apple bread. It must be the cake because of the glaze. I don't even know, but a rose by any other name, it tastes absolutely delicious. And usually the glaze is like my favorite part of it. So I'm just going to take you around the table and show you everything that I made and all of the fall vibes. Love it so much. I think the cinnamon and apple were the star of the show today, along with those Trader Joe's cookies. Oh my gosh, I can't forget about the s'mores board. I almost did. By the way, that meat was delicious, and I did get it from Aldi, and it was like just a few bucks, which is, you know what? I feel like I should shop at Aldi more. I didn't show you the inside of this one, but I think that was the, remind me of like the coffee cake. Very good. Oh, also these. I don't remember what is what, but I do remember that we had a good time eating it all, and that's what it's all about. But hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some good recipe inspiration. If you did, subscribe, put a little happy in your day, and I'll share more eventually, and I'll see you next time. Bye.